You wrote a note on your blog in 2012. You spent 5 weeks ish in the forest alone. I just thought it was interesting because this is in contrast to on the show Alone.
Mm-hmm.
You're really alone, where like
Mm-hmm.
you're not talking to anybody, and you realize that. You're right. I remember at one point, after several weeks had passed, I wandered into a particularly beautiful part of the woods and exclaimed out loud, "Wow!" It struck me that it was the first time I had heard my own voice in several weeks, with no one to talk to. What did your thoughts go into some like deep place?
Yeah, I'd say my mental life was really active. What you end up when you're that long alone. I'll tell you what you won't have is any like skeletons in your closet that are still in your closet.
Mm.
Like you will be forced to confront every person, even the one not. I mean, it's one thing if you've cheated on your wife or something, but you'll be confronted with the random dude you didn't say thank you to, and the issue that you didn't resolve. All this stuff that was long gone will come up, and then you'll work through it, and you'll think how you should make it right. And I had a lot of those thoughts while I was out there, and it was so interesting to see what you would just brush over and then and confront it, because in our modern world, when you're always distracted, you're just never ever going to know until you take the time to be alone for a considerable amount of time.
Spend time hanging out with the skeletons.
Yeah, exactly. I recommend it.
So you said you guide people. What are your favorite places to go to?
Well, if I tell them, then is everybody going to go there?
I like how you actually have it might be a YouTube video or your Instagram post where you give them a recommendation of like the best fishing hole in the world, and like you give detailed instructions how to get there, but it's like a journey of a life. It's like a Lord of the Rings type of journey.
Right. No, I mean, I love the like in there's a region that I definitely love in the States because it's special to me. I grew up there, stuff like that. Idaho, Wyoming, Montana. Those are really cool places to me. I like the small town vibes they're still maintaining and stuff there.
Just a mix of like mountains and forests.
Mm-hmm. But another really awesome place that blew my mind was New Zealand. That South Island of New Zealand was pretty incredible. As far as just stunning stuff to see, I was pretty high up there on the list. But there's all these places have such kind of unique things about Canada. Became like where they did Alone. It's not typically what you'd say, because it's fairly flat and cliffy and stuff, but it really became beautiful to me because I could tapped into the richness of the land, or the fishing hole thing. It's like that's a special little spot, something like that, and you see the beauty, and then you start to see the beauty in the smaller scale. Like, oh, look at that little meadow with that. It's got an orange and a pink and a blue flower right next to each other. That's super cool, and there's a million things like that.
Have you been back there yet? Back to where the Alone show was?
No, we're going back this summer. I'm going to guide a trip up there,
nice.
take a bunch of people. I'm really looking
Go
forward
back
to
to the
being
roots.
able to enjoy it without the pressure of. It's going to be a fun trip.
What advice would you give to people in terms of how to be in nature? So like hikes to take or journeys to take out in nature, where it could take you to that place where the busyness and the madness of the world can dissipate and you can be with it. Like how long does it take for people usually to just like?
I think you need a few days probably to really tap into it. But maybe you need to work your way there. Like it's awesome to go out on a hike, go see some beautiful little waterfall, or go see some old tree or whatever it is. But I think just doing is it. Everybody thinks about doing it. You just really do it. Like go out and then plan to go overnight. Don't be so afraid of all the potentialities that you delay it inevitably. Like it's actually one of the things that I've enjoyed the most about guiding people is giving them the tools so that now they have this ability into the future. You can go out and feel like, oh, I'm going to pick this spot on the map and go there and that's a tool in your toolkit of life that is, I think, really valuable, because I think everybody should spend some time in nature. I mean, I think it's been pretty proven healthy.
Yeah, I mean, camping is great, and solo. I got a chance to do it solo. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool. You did.
Yeah, it's cool, and I recorded stuff, so that helped.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So you sit there and you record the thoughts. Actually, for having to record the thoughts, I had to it forced me to really think through what I was feeling, to convert the feelings into words, which is not a trivial thing, because it's mostly just feeling.
Yeah.
You feel a certain kind of way.
That's interesting. I felt like the way I met my wife was like, we met at this wedding, and then I went to Russia basically, and we kept in touch via email for that year, and a similar thing. It was really interesting to have to be so thoughtful and purposeful about what you're saying and things. I think it's probably healthy, good thing to do.